Hello, fellow companions. My name is VJesus, and today we're gonna be ranking the Terraria Calamity pre-hard mode bosses. No, the reason I'm doing pre-hard mode is because I haven't finished. I haven't finished hard mode, but that's besides the point. Now, I really tried to get these working, but I didn't want to resize them, and I got lazy. So I just took them off of the Calamity bosses. I took them off the Calamity bosses wiki. They didn't come out super good, but whatever, it'll work. You know what this boss is, right? Even if it doesn't have a pupil. But let's start with the first boss. I consider him a mini boss. He drops up like a really good item, you know, the slime mount. It doesn't seem like a good item, but it's really good against, you know, some other bosses. But he's easily cheesable, he's kind of weak. I guess Revengeance and Death do give him a bit more challenge. But overall, he's not really that hard of a boss. So I'm just gonna put him in like D tier. He has good drops, so he's worth fighting. But overall, I don't really like him too much. You know, they could have done a bit more with the boss, but it makes sense because, you know, it's the beginning boss. Desert Scourge. His head is not here. Whatever, I don't know. Oh god. The Desert Scourge. Really good texture. I love the theme. I love the design. The boss is actually pretty hard for a beginning boss. Has projectiles. The arena is pretty fun to use, especially I use the slime mount, and then I just make a really tall arena. So I'm gonna put this in like a high B, maybe a low A, probably a high B. I like that boss a lot. It's a really fun one. Eater Worlds. I don't really play Corruption Worlds that much. I like Crimson more. Crimson makes it fun. I don't really like him too much. I guess Revenge mode makes him a bit harder, but I would say like maybe a low C, high D. Like a low C. You know, he's not terrible. Especially with the Revengeance mode, he's not, you know, that bad of a boss, but I think they could have done more with the boss. Although it is an early game boss, I keep saying but they did a lot with the Desert Scourge. Especially adding ads. The Brain of Cthulhu. I really don't hate the boss like a ton, but I don't think it's the best. I don't think it's the best boss. Because he's kind of, like, I would say he's a high C. Not a low B, but like a high C. It's because he's an okay boss. He's not really that fun. Because you just break the things, you break him, and done. I didn't really fight him for too long, because he's not that hard. But I'd say he's better than Eater of Worlds, because he has a bit more depth. At least in Vanilla Terraria. Probably because he was added later on. Rabulon. I actually hate how this boss summons. I mean, it's a really good texture, and the theme's pretty good. I mean, all the Calamity themes pretty good, but the theme's pretty good. Maybe not as good as some of the other ones. But just hate how he spawns, and how much projectiles he spams, and honestly, I don't like him too much. I guess he's not as bad as like Eater of Worlds, because he has a bit more depth. But the way that he spawns on you, and sometimes you have to take damage because of that, because you don't have like movement items or something. I don't know why you'd have movement items you wouldn't have when you're fighting like Crabulon after these two, but whatever. You know, buddy. I guess we can also we can do Queen Bee, because Queen Bee. Oh wait, I forgot to do Cthulhu. Shit. Cthulhu. It's actually a really fun boss. Like, I know it doesn't have that much depth, but where you fight it in the game, I think it's like the highest C. It's a pretty fun, not really fun boss, I guess, but it's a pretty fun boss. Okay. Hardmode. I fought this boss like maybe twice. I do like the new retexture. It's really cool. I think it's a big improvement on what it used to be. And the boss itself isn't actually like terrible. So I think it gets like a low B. Because I have like the mechanics of the boss. It's like a Brain of Cthulhu mixed in with a bit of Cthulhu in a Corruption World, which is really, I guess, useful or helpful to people who always play Corruption Worlds, because it's kind of easier. Yeah. Perforators. I started out not understanding this boss, but I actually do like it a lot. Please. I don't like it as much as the Hardmode, because it does the actual boss itself doesn't do a lot of attacking to you. It only does like, you know, a couple swipes at you and shoots a bit of bullets in the air and they come down. The most is not really the hardest part, but the most of the fight is the actual perforators and not the perforator hive. It's not really that hard, I guess, if you understand the boss. That's a lot. That's like every boss though. Queen Bee. See, multiplayer Queen Bee, I put her down here because she's just super annoying multiplayer because she teleports around. I think they fixed that though, but still, like, here. But I play single player mostly now. She's not too bad of a boss, although I wouldn't say she's great. I think she's better than Brain of Cthulhu, but she's not better than Eye of Cthulhu. Skeletron. Skeleboy. I hate him in Revengeance mode because he reminds me of the Prime, and I hate the Prime because it took me so long to beat that, but whatever. Skeletron himself, and especially in Revengeance mode, makes it way harder because you have to actually focus on everything. So, in Revengeance mode, he's probably better than, like, everything in C tier. But, I'm gonna count that because, you know, I want to give him the benefit of the doubt. But, you know, he's probably better than everything in C tier. If not, he'd probably be worse than, like, not worse than Crabulon. I hate Crabulon sometimes, but he would be worse than, like, Brain of Cthulhu, because Cthulhu, the Brain of Cthulhu probably has the same tactics as, or like the same amount of tactics as Skeletron, just more interesting ones. But Revengeance mode makes him actually, like, super kind of difficult if you don't, you know, if you're playing melee. Slime God multiplayer. Bottom of F tier. Bottom of F tier. But below F tier. None. But he's broken in multiplayer. You literally can't play him. So he'd be an F there. But if you're playing him in single player, he is actually kind of easily cheesable. So I think, although it's a really fun boss, I don't think he's better than Skeletron when it comes to Revengeance mode. That might be like a weird thing. Also, I know there's a lot in C. Maybe I should space out a bit more. You know what? I'm gonna put some of these lower ones in high D. You know what? I'm gonna put Skeletron. I'm gonna leave Slime God here. But it's a pretty fun boss, I guess. But if you just make a long arena, you kind of win because you should just shoot at him. Unless you're a melee class. If you're a melee class, you'd be better than, like, these bosses. In fact, actually, Wall of Flesh is the best boss. It's always the best boss, in my opinion. It's just, or at least in pre-hard mode, just because it's the gateway between pre-hard mode and hard mode, so it has to be a kind of final boss standard for pre-hard mode. Which it is. It's a really fun boss, a lot of lasers, a lot of preparing, you know, you have to fight him in hell. But yeah. He's not better than some of the bosses in pre-hard mode, but he's definitely a really good boss, especially for vanilla Terraria. Yeah, that's it.